Good morning, CoreTV News on the hour. I'm Tolu Ojewumi. The Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria has assured all patients and Nigerians of its commitment to uninterrupted and high-quality healthcare services in all hospitals across the country. The association urged its members nationwide to ignore the ongoing strike called by the Nigerian Medical Association, saying they should continue to provide services to patients. The association says reports from hospitals nationwide showed that members of the association had been attending to patients in various hospitals across the country. In a statement by its national president, Stephen Oluwole, the consultant said they had been working within the limits that are practicable in the current prevailing situation and circumstances. Meanwhile, medical doctors under the aegis of the Nigerian Medical Association will be holding an emergency delegates meeting that's to review its demands and negotiations with the federal government. The meeting was called to appraise the outcome of the July 3rd meeting that was held in Abuja between members of the National Executive Council, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Minister of Health, and other top officials in the Federal Ministry of Health. The outcome of the meeting will determine whether the nationwide strike, which is in its second week, will be suspended. The delegates meeting will have in attendance the state chairman and members of the NMA National Executive Council. Actions have recently been frequent in Nigeria. Different workers' unions have resorted to the option of strike to resolve disputes. The most recent is the strike action embarked upon by resident doctors nationwide. A legal practitioner, Oluwashiji Akinsoyinu, condemned the action of the resident doctors, saying strike is not the best option.
Strike is not the ultimate means and the game changer to solving industrial actions. To me, it's more like you have to have a roundtable discussion. A roundtable discussion in the sense that you have what they call alternative dispute resolution to solving all these disputes with the federal government. They should have what they call more like a dialogue, kind of a dialogue. Because if you have dialogue, at least it saves a lot of things now. For example, now, if you look at some hospitals now, you have some inward patients there who are critical, who are in the critical situations. Now, what happens to them? Now, if the doctors go on strike, what happens to those patients? They will not be cared for. Some of them, they die in the process. Now, would the doctors now say it's the strike they have with the federal government that led to those patients' deaths?
The resident doctors to seek alternative means in settling industrial
The
disputes.
solution there is that they should have a doctor on standby who will be taking care of those patients. They should not just let them die because they have a problem to settle with them. They have scores, let me use that language, to settle with the federal government because they did not honor the agreement of 2013. Because this is not the first time doctors are going on strike. Now, what do we say about this now? Are we now trying to say that government is not sincere? Government not being sincere? Are the resident doctors themselves, so are they sincere? This is not the first time they're going to strike. Neither is it the second or third time they're going on strike. Now, if they're going on strike, are they being sincere? Are their goals, their objectives on going on this strike being sincere? Because if they go on strike and they call it off and they reach an agreement with federal government, they will still go on strike again. Now, why are they going on strike? Why these incessant strikes? The people who will suffer are the patients who are in the hospital. Some of these patients cannot afford the bills and fees of the private hospitals, and the general hospital is their last hope, where they can get subsidized medical fees to take care of their loved ones who are sick, injured, or even on the death row, as it were. Now, going on strike, what would that solve?
Now, the All Progressives Congress APC has alleged strategy by the federal authorities to twist the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Osun State in favor of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, using security forces. The party expressed concern over delays in distributing the permanent voters' cards to registered voters in the state ahead of the August 9 governorship election in Osun State, saying that the delay might be a trick to disenfranchise voters. The party urged INEC to maintain its neutrality during the forthcoming election and to ensure it does not do anything that can affect the credibility of the commission or the integrity of the election. The party's national publicity secretary, Lai Mohammed, said INEC had been painfully slow in processing the permanent voters' cards, wondering if the electoral body is not doing so deliberately to disenfranchise voters, especially in opposition strongholds. National chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, John Oyegun, has said the party's presidential candidate for the 2015 general election would emerge from an open contest where all interested aspirants, irrespective of geopolitical zone, will compete in a free and fair atmosphere. Oyegun said APC did not intend to shut out anybody from the contest, saying the paramount issue for the party is to get a good and popular candidate who could lead it to victory and ensure that the aspiration of Nigerians for good governance is met. He also indicated that the choice of the party's candidate will be based on reality and what will work for the party in its quest to win the 2015 election. Oyegun said there are already known faces itching to fly the party's flag, saying even though they may not have commenced campaigns, they have made known their intentions publicly. The All Progressives Congress APC Niger State Chapter has accused Governor Babangida Ali of wasting the state resources by appointing new special advisors that would not yield any economic value to the state, adding that he should concentrate on things that would improve the lives of the people. The State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Jonathan Vatsa, says it is absurd that there were special advisors who were not doing their jobs for 7 years, and the governor went ahead to appoint new ones to be paid from the lean resources of the state. He then advised the PDP-led government to sack those state advisors that are not performing and channel the resources meant for them to something else that will benefit the people of the state. Lagos State Governor Babátúndé Fáṣọlá has given tanker drivers 1 week to stop parking on roads leading to Apapa Port or face enforcement. Fáṣọlá handed down the warning after the inspection of projects in Mile 2 and Apapa area of the state. Abiola Oluwole completes the story, as presented from our studio.
Inspection began at the road construction in Mile 2 area, where Fashola appealed to residents to desist from patronizing street traders and dumping of refuse and drainages.
We have to beg ourselves and beg citizens to leave the road. The road is not a market. We also have to appeal to commuters to stop shopping in traffic. These are so we can't trade on the road, buy things on the road and expect traffic to move. It's not going to happen.
The governor proceeded to Apapa, where residents complained about the nuisance tanker drivers are constituting in the area.
The reality is that on a work day, even Okada cannot pass this road. Okada, I'm not talking about a car.
After a discussion between the leadership of the Tanker Drivers Union, Governor got a 1-week commitment from the Petro Tanker Drivers Unit of Newpeng to sanitize the area.
How many days should I come back?
I'll get back.
No, you have to give me a commitment here. So let's start. So we begin to measure. The next 1 week. I'll be back on Sunday, and I hope that from tomorrow we begin to see some improvement.
Residents are optimistic that the area will soon be free of nuisance from the tankers.
Governor Babátúndé Fáṣọlá there restoring sanity to the roads with the tanker drivers. Governors of the Southeast Zone have reaffirmed their commitment to improving the security of the area. That in view of the recent interception of suspected members of the Boko Haram sect in Abia and Enugu states. The forum says it has received quotation from a vendor of international repute for supply of security equipment. The chairman of the forum and Abia State Governor Theodore Oji says there is massive purchase of security equipment to encourage law enforcement agencies in the zone. The meeting was attended by Theodore Oji of Abia, Martin Lechi of Ebonyi, and Anambra State Deputy Governor Nkem Okeke. A member of the Senate from Imo State said the lawmakers were hasty in castigating the Imo State government over an alleged plan to issue identity cards for northerners. Hope Uzodimma told State House correspondents that an investigation should have been done before a decision was taken.
We have no reason not to believe what he has said, and there is no discriminatory policy. That is very important because of our national interest and unity. We don't have to discriminate about people residing wherever they want to reside in Nigeria. Once you are a citizen of this country, you are qualified, you are eligible, you are free under the law to decide to settle in any part of the country. and they do go about their businesses without fear of molestation. So on that note, I think we've put that behind us, because at the end of the day, it is very clear that nobody is going to intimidate anybody or discriminate against anybody. However, the rumor making rounds that some people or some state governments under the indigenship law trying to also discriminate should be looked into, so that what is good for the ganders will also be good for the goose.
A Palestinian-American teenager goes from police custody to house arrest. Details after this timeout. Please stay with us.
CoreTV News presents a platform with presence in over 30 states of the Federation. Be sure to be had. For live coverage of events, we have the capacity to deliver from anywhere in Nigeria and beyond. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733, 014-533-407.
Our 24-hour news station.
Nigerians continue to
Tonight, the city of Lagos went agog as all routes.
Be the first to know.
on CoreTV News.
From the north, south, east, west, and around Africa, we break the news.
One Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are CoreTV News.
Welcome to
Our
CoreTV.
24-hour news station.
Now moving on, a Jerusalem court has ordered that a Palestinian-American teenager who was allegedly beaten in police custody be released to house arrest for 9 days, and that's pending an investigation into stone-throwing allegations. Tariq Abu Qadir, who holds United States citizenship and lives in Florida, is a cousin of Mohammed Abu Qadir, a 16-year-old Palestinian whose kidnapping and murder by suspected Jewish extremists sparked 4 straight days of riots. Tariq was arrested in the East Jerusalem neighborhood of Shafat during clashes between stone throwers and Israeli riot police. According to his parents, he was beaten in police custody, provoking a sharp rebuke from the U.S. State Department.
My son was severely beaten by Israeli soldiers, and they threw him in jail, not considering the fact that he needs medical attention. Well, his cousin, Mohammed Abu Qadir, was abducted and burned to death. There was a huge protest. Everybody was protesting. We need a voice to voice our anger. Now he has some blood in his urine. We don't know where that came from. He's very badly swollen in the face. Very, very bad. His face is distorted. I can't even recognize him.
We'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I'm Tolu Ojeomi. Up next, Co Digest.